Hello viewers, it's just me, Mass, and today I'm doing a commentary for Hearthstone Arena. Alright, so in this one I had three choices and I went with the Warlock. All three of those choices were not my strongest suits. I did like the Shaman, but I was going to try the Warlock out. And now I'm presented with these choices here, and as you can see I take a little time. I'm not sure which one I want to get. I usually like to try to start low. Usually whenever I get monsters that are, or minions that are high costs, I usually don't end up with a very good deck. So I try to stay low at the beginning, and I struggle through a lot of these choices because not being very familiar with the Warlock, I don't really have too many strategies set in my mind. And so here I am looking at this, and I go for the 2/3. Sometimes you can get a weapon with Warlock. I don't usually get it too often. And that card's pretty annoying, so I decided to try it out. And here I go for the damage for partial removal. And that card's pretty good. Except for when you get like a bunch of those cards that are like discards, and then you're at the end and like you're pretty much discarding a card that no matter what. I'm going for the removal. I'm picking between Divine Shield or that removal, and I go for the damage. And here I'm kind of stuck. I didn't take too long there. Well, that's good. Alright, then here I'm trying to think things out. I think I go with the 5. Yep. Alright. Then I get some rares here. And I'm pretty sure I go with the demon here. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Then I'm looking at these cards. I go with the 5 because not being able to be targeted by hero powers is pretty strong. I like that guy because, again, can't be targeted by powers. I like the card draw. Be able to wipe out a guy with 1 health and then draw a card. I like it. And I decided that I needed to gain some health since I am the Warlock and my hero ability does do damage. I don't think I get as much life gain as I would have liked in this series, but yeah, you work with what you got. Go for some steroid pumps. Get stuck trying to think. Go for the removal. I do like the 4 damage. Well, here's kind of a tough choice because I kind of like all these cards. Oh, that's not the one I would have picked right now. Yeah, it's fun to go back and see the choices that you've made before. I definitely go for the beefy guy there. That stealth, it almost makes him like a surefire 7-hit. Almost. Pretty sure I go for the taunt +1/+1 guy. Yep. I said, yep. There you go. Alright. So, in this video, I do go right into my first match. Usually I will just focus on the card draw for one video, but in this one I kept it rolling. So here we are waiting for an opponent, and I don't remember how this game turned out. I know somewhere in this series I get down to like 1 HP and I still manage to win, and it's ridiculously close.
Your soul shall be mine.
So I start off with these cards. Having 2 4s seems a little steep to begin with. but I keep it anyway. I am semi-happy with the 1 for 3-2. 3 damage though. That's brutal. The costs of power, overwhelming.
I greet you.
I don't want to be polite, so I always try to greet. And start off by saying sorry. I think I went with that guy just in case he's got some quick removal. Probably should have just gone for the imp.
In the light's name.
I'll definitely trade that. Yeah, I think I go for that card draw. And then I go for the removal. Oh, I just go straight for damage. Okay, well, I don't quite remember my strategies in this game, so yeah. And I'm waiting. Loading. Kind of like playing on an old console. Well, an old console with discs. Always loading. Made him go for the trade. I'm cool with that choice. Then he plays that Crocolisk. Now I'm kind of stuck since I've got 3 mana, 3 mana crystals. I go for the card draw, hope that I draw into something better. I go for that removal. It'll only do 2 damage to me. He uses his coin, which gives him a +1 mana crystal. And summons that bad boy. That bad boy. His damage is always equal to his health. So if you do some damage to him, you will weaken him significantly. I've gotten pretty jacked by people using that card very well. Usually when I play Priest and I get that card, I don't play it as well as the people who have used it against me. That card is pretty good.
Well played.
So I tell him, well played. I don't know, if they had more to say, I would probably use every chat emote that I could. I know in Smite, I love just using the voice packs. Goody, I got another demon back. Alright, now I get to make some decisions. And it's kind of tough. So I do go for that damage. Get rid of my 1. At least that's not 3 damage that I'll have to take. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do that. I dropped the big guy. Save my taunters for later. Try to get him to use his removal on that guy. And then we're waiting. Loading.
You gotta be kidding me!
Ah, touche. The mirror play. And now I can destroy that minion, gain some life, and then attack it. Attack her! Pardon me, sorry. Alright, once again we're loading. Perhaps when I get more familiar with the software, I'll add loading text whenever I'm waiting for their turn.
My shield for
Go
Argon.
for that pump. And I just go straight for his face. I got 2 taunts, so that's going to force him to attack the taunt, so hopefully that'll get his creatures removed. Unless, of course, he plays some bomb spell that will just wreck my creatures. He plays a taunter. And I'm breaking stuff. I don't like to leave that stuff unbroken. It's gotta be broken. Break all the windows. Shatter! Alright, and I think at this point I realize that I've got the victory. All I need him to do is end his turn at this point. I'm like, uh-oh, what's he gonna do? He's going for that attack. Kill one creature.
My shield.
Pump my guys up.
How you doing? How you doing?
Well, make a decision. We're waiting. I'm trying to calculate this all out, so I attack there,
Into the
and I
breeze.
attack there. I guess I decided to save it for the next turn, just in case I need it. Does that 2 damage? Oh, and he quits. I don't get to kill him. Tell him well played. Well, that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed watching it.